On today's video, I'm back near Cerro Gordo. We're hanging out with Brent from Ghost Town Living and Harry from Mine Operator. Brent is taking us up to his new gold claim. We're gonna do a little prospecting here. He's done a little bit of work in the past, but he's brought Harry and I in, take a look at what he's got. We're gonna try and high grade some of the vein, get some samples, some bulk samples, and then take it back down to the mill and mill it up and see if we can find some California gold. Look at that. I don't know what's gonna happen here, Harry, but... Oh, yeah. See how easy mining is?
Easy. Yeah, let's go.
No reason to concentrate that. It's already done. Brent's giving us a little tour around. First thing we're going to do is go underground. He's got his little portal here. So we'll check out what we got underground. All right, walking in the lower workings here. This is a nice little adit. You got track in here. What do we got down here? Some old crap. What's this about? Oh, here's a little seam. Some galena in there. That's what they were looking for. Oh yeah. Nice galena there. We're just working this little seam right along here. So this must be the seam from, we're gonna see up above. Yeah, there's lots of galena up in here. It's not very wide, but that's a great looking little seam. And this just runs all the way. Now, it's a tiny little area, but all that gray in there is all galena. So we'll go slower. Drill hole, drill bit. What do we have up here that we're working?
A little bit of activity in there.
Galena. Ooh, nice galena here. Look at this little pocket. Take it up there. All that gray is galena. Nice stuff. That's the best spot I've seen. Is there more over here? What do we got? Oh, jeez. Let me hit my head. Yeah, kind of. What do we got? Oh, it's like open back up in there. Open fractured. Nasty ground. That's probably why they stopped here. Let's see what Harry's working on. There's a little, yeah, there's a spot right there where they went up.
Yeah.
And over on my side of that is the best galena I've seen in here.
Yeah. This little puck will get in there. Yeah.
Yeah. Texture's getting it.
Yeah.
Non-ferrous?
I can't get a big enough swing in there to... There we go.
Oh yeah, that's a good spot too. Look at all that galena. Probably never wide enough to stope up on though.
No.
Just all laced through
Just
the
laced through.
rusty crap.
Maybe it wasn't big enough for them to mine here. They just chased it and hoped.
Yeah, hoping it'd swell out into 2 or 3 feet.
Yeah, I don't think this place does that.
No, except for that one spot up top at the pillar. Okay, back to the main area here. And then we're looking down this way. Here's another little spot. They're doing something, looking for something. Fault or quartz vein or something. Look at that pretty marble. That's beautiful stuff. All right, now down here, limestone, little quartz stringers. In here, we were looking for something. Now what do we got here? We got a little slip right there. It doesn't look great. I chased it a little ways. And then what do we got here? Oh, that looks better. Some brown stuff. Big brown stuff back there. Let me go get the other guys and we'll sample this. Oh, this looks good. What's this? Hold on. I like these mines where you can just pick it off the back.
You should put a tarp down.
That's what that plastic was for.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Plastic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got it?
Yeah. There you go. On your left. I left my sampling tarp back at our mill site, so I always forget it.
Yeah, tarp. We're getting, I don't know.
Is it heavy or is it light?
It's moderate.
Moderate. All right.
Here, I'll show you what it looks like. It's just that.
Oh, yeah.
We're picking on this little slip here, and it's just super decomposed pyrite. It's like clay at this point. But it's really what you'd want to see if you're looking for gold in an old underground gold mine. So I think what I want to do is take some of this stuff out and not get a cramp in my leg.
Yeah, I had a nice Charlie horse last night.
But crush all that up and see, I mean, that'll just fall apart in water. So if there's gold in there, we can tell right away. Okay, take it out, we'll pan it. I just did a little test pan here of the stuff that we were getting out of the underground workings. And there's no gold in there, which isn't the end of the world, right? This is just finding, we're just looking today. We're trying to find spots where Brent can come back and high grade some stuff in the future. So we'll test the underground workings. Harry's down there right now with the metal detector. We're gonna go up top and get some stuff off the surface veins. So this is really just exploration today. We're just looking around, trying to identify if there's gold here, and if there is gold, where it is and what to look for. Brent's found a treasure. We found a treasure.
Using a treasure to find a treasure.
Yeah. That's a really cool thing if it's a whole gold pan.
Yeah. Looks pretty tired.
Seen some use. Well, that would indicate that there'd be some gold here.
It's gold, yeah.
Not just the...
Yeah, I've never heard of a silver pan before.
No,
As long as they don't get squashed by that rock, we'll be fine.
Yeah.
Nice.
Was the bottom still in it? Oh yeah.
Still there.
Look at that. That's amazing.
Brent excavated it. All right, now I got to get some gold in
Get
there.
panning, yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Well, Harry and Brent are down doing some metal detecting. I'm going to go up and give you a tour of the upper workings here. And I can tell you right now, Harry has a hit on something. To check out what they're finding, you got to go check out their channels. Harry with Mine Operator and Brent with Ghost Town Living. I'll leave a link down in the description below. But I want to take you up here and show you some of the open cuts that they've done in the past, kind of the mineralization we're seeing. And then here in a little bit, we'll come up and take a couple 100-pound samples of this stuff, and hoping we can take it down to Harry's mill and crush it up for Brent. See if we can find some gold for him. So here's the first little peek of these upper workings. Whew. And it's high. We're at high elevation here, so it's hard for me to get my breath. But this is what they were excited about. This is an oxidized vein, and I'll show you a little bit better spot up here. But they definitely did some work here. This is all open stoped, some old timbers and junk trying to hold up the world. But they were definitely mining this, and you would assume they took it somewhere to get milled, because I don't see any stockpiles around. But if you come up here, they lift this little pillar to the surface. They've got kind of two sections of this vein. They've got a nice section of quartz, which is maybe 18 inches across here. And there's little pieces of galena in there. Brent said he was pulling out some pretty big chunks. And then from the edge of the quartz over about another 18 inches or 2 feet is this red, rusty, oxidized stuff that is also really, really good looking. So I'm hoping we can get 2 different samples, 200, 300, 400 pounds of this red rusty stuff and 200, 300, 400 pounds of this quartz, and mill them separate so we can tell if the gold is in the quartz or if the gold is in the rusty oxidized stuff. And that way we'll know for the future when Brent comes back, he can be like, oh, I know the gold's in the quartz, or I know the gold's in the red limonite stuff. But having these workings right here is a really good sign of production. Because a lot of these old prospects, they would come out and they were essentially their drill holes. So they do these portals, they might have hundreds of feet underground workings, but they never stoped anything. And if you don't have stopes, you didn't have any production. And so even though the lower workings are just chasing those little red rusty veins, to have open stopes up here means that they actually produced some good ore. I don't know if it was good. Actually produced ore and had it milled somewhere. Somebody thought this was worth doing. So that's a good sign. Here he's got a big non-ferrous signal here. We're 99% sure it's trash.
99.9.
But we still gotta dig it and find out.
Yeah, it's probably like a can. Hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a can.
Super, super big.
Yeah, like a big soup can.
Uh-huh.
It does that every time. Or there's a target there and there's a big soup can underneath it and I lost it. So yeah, forget that.
Forget it, he says. Could be the biggest nugget ever. We're headed to the Garrett Gold Challenge in a couple of days, and I'm not very experienced with detectors, so I gotta ask Harry how they work. What do we got here on this?
Iron. There's your galena right. Yeah, there you go. That's galena right there. That's it. That's the galena line.
Okay. We'll get some hammers and chisels and get this stuff knocked out of here. We're robbing their pillar, being dangerous, and I'm letting Brent do all the work here. So, what were you saying, Brent? You got a nice piece out of here.
Yeah, I got a big slab out of here. There's some above it. And then even in this more red stuff, in the looser stuff, it's in that too. So it seems to be in both the loose stuff and the hard stuff.
Okay. And this is just a different mineralization or maybe a different emplacement period, but they both
Yeah.
had galena in it.
So that doesn't seem like it has it in it, but it's still interesting.
Yeah, it's not terribly heavy.
And it becomes much more quartz over here.
It's interesting because on the surface, the quartz is really confined to the hanging wall,
Yeah.
but down here it's on the footwall. So the quartz kind of works its way
Yeah, round.
in and out of the vein structure. I like this stope.
Yeah.
I'm happy about this stope. Well, I'll watch you guys hammer away a little bit.
There
Make sure you're doing it right.
Find some good pieces.
Yeah, find me good pieces.
Yep. This stuff, I like this stuff because I get a big slab.
Uh-huh.
It had a bunch of galena in it.
How are we sorting this?
Right now, I'm taking the footwall with all the red fluffy stuff that has just solid chunks of galena in it,
Uh-huh.
and then I'm sampling the quartz in the middle. And once I get that, then I'll start working on the whatever's the hanging wall. Kind of see if I can get three stripes of the vein, if you will.
Okay. Because down here it seems like the quartz is on the footwall now.
Yeah, so that means that red stuff's gone, right? And it's
Well,
just-
now the red stuff's on the hanging wall.
Yeah.
It's like switches.
I gotcha.
But yeah, like maybe you just sort like hard quartz and red fluffy.
Tiny little bit of galena in that, but
Galena does
Yep.
what it wants.
That's the stuff. Okay. More stuff. It's really cool being up this high in California because the trees are completely different with what we have in Washington. You get these just gnarled, old, twisted up trees. This one here is just barely alive, growing out of a crack in the rock. Might be 1,000 years old, I don't know. But a lot of these junipers and pines. That one's kind of cool. They just grow up here forever. They grow like a small amount each year. And it's cool to be up here where you can just look out, see all the rock, but it's still covered in trees. Beautiful spot. I'm kind of up above the workings, and you got stuff tethered off to this tree, kind of running down into this open pit. There's Harry and Brent doing their sampling. I'm up here, but I'm finding a bunch of this quartz float around that I kind of like. There's some. And if you see it on the surface, you're below it, right? It had to go downhill. It doesn't go uphill. So I can get across here without killing myself. Or Brent and Harry. But yeah, it's interesting. There's a quartz component here that doesn't look like it carries a lot of mineralization. And then in the main vein where they stoped, there's quartz that does carry galena, and then that red limonite stuff. Here, see, here's quartz. Here's quartz. So there must be some, here's some, what's this? That looks kind of interesting. So there must be some outcrop kind of right in here somewhere. There's a little piece of quartz that's eroding off these pieces of float that I'm finding. But they don't have any mineralization in them, so they don't look terribly exciting. Let me go down and see what they're doing sampling wise.
pull some silver out of the galena here.
Nice. Well,
Pull it out.
not a bad thing to have a silver mine right now.
No, not that at all. That might be a big chunk you're onto.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, he's got just a huge chunk of galena there.
This little. That's more in the red stuff more than the quartz.
Right. The quartz has a little bit,
It does, yeah.
but the red stuff. All right, Harry. Yeah, get that
Okay,
chunker out of there.
I'm just bashing this poor galena.
soft.
Yeah, it is soft.
Oh, that's gonna. Oh man, that's gonna be a great piece.
I'm just like basically breaking into the galena solid piece here.
Yeah.
It doesn't crack.
Oh, it's like a soft,
Yeah, it's just eating this.
whatever the red stuff is super soft and the galena is hard. 45 minutes of video. Taking this one piece out. Time lapse. Oh yeah, you got it on the run now. Okay, pause. Hey.
Holy,
Pretty heavy, huh?
it's solid.
Piece of lead.
Huh.
That's a nice chunk.
Wow, look at that.
That's not even all of it.
Oh yeah, that's heavy. Yeah. Silver.
That's all gonna go on the number 1 and number 2 on the table, man.
I don't even think you need to run on the table.
No.
That weighs 10 pounds.
Yeah. Wonder. Not seeing if there's any type of crystallization in it. It's interesting too. The crystallization.
Yeah, there you
here-
go. Yeah, that's what it's supposed to do. That's similar to how yours was, Jason, except it was real small and bugs.
Yeah, this crystallization is wider than that Cerro Gordo too. Actually, it changes. Look, that's a weird shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be nice if I didn't destroy it getting it out, but there's no other way to get it out.
That's it. I think you just slab that, man. Cut that in half and you'll see all kinds of cool galena crystals. Oh, there. Oh, look at this.
Last part.
Look at that.
Wow.
Oh, I gotta get some of that. Woo!
So this is interesting. I've heard about this, and I don't know if this is what I'm seeing. But there's something called ruby silver. Have I told you about this?
No.
So ruby silver, I don't know why it's called ruby. Maybe it's supposed to look a little bit red. But when there's so much silver in galena,
Yeah.
it will make the crystals kind of like rounded.
Okay.
Like I don't know what the right word is, like sloped.
Yeah.
Because galena is cubic. Galena is a cube. But if you look at these crystals, as I turn it really slowly, they're concave, convex.
Convex.
So I think what that means is there's so many silver atoms in the galena matrix that it makes the silver, or that it makes the galena crystals sloped, or whatever the term I'm looking for is, rounded, convex.
All I'm hearing is that I got a lot of silver.
You got a lot of silver. That's all you need to know.
The question is, how much goldies are in that silver?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we want. We want goldies. But that is really, really cool
That's
stuff.
awesome. Well, let's get some more.
Yeah.
Quit messing around here. And
Get to work.
Get to work, miners. Harry's chipping away where he got that big lead galena chunk out of. And you're right up against the quartz hard there, right?
yeah.
So there's this little pocket between the hard quartz and the footwall.
I'm completely using this improperly.
YouTube will tell you you're doing it wrong.
I just don't want to use a chippy hammer.
There's another big chunk right there.
That's the same piece.
It's like pods
Yeah.
in the red. A lot of galena. Here's the red stuff in yellow. I think there's little pyrite cubes in there. And that red makes it look really good. The yellow could be lead oxide. I don't see anything that looks like free gold. But that is definitely good looking stuff. Compared to, this is where I'm picking. It's just kind of brown, dark brown, light brown stuff. But then when you get these bands, and ants, ants! When you get these red things with like pockets like that where the ants live, that looks really good. I got into a little quartz stringer right here. That's all dirty, so you can't see it, but this is what it looks like. And it's just 3/4 of an inch wide. Whereas if you look up where Harry's at, well, he's covering it now, but he's got a huge chunk of quartz up there. But if the quartz runs, that's what we're getting. I'm just making a pile here. Knocking out some more of that quartz. There's our little quartz seam. And then you got all this iron oxides underneath. That's the good stuff. Here it's interesting. I'm trying to figure this out. You've got this little quartz seam, which you still can't tell. It's running right through here. I'm trying to decide if the quartz came up super hot and mineral rich, and these rusty zones, both top and bottom, are like a baking effect. I've seen that where you'll have a chemical interaction with the fluids in the vein and the wall rock, especially with limestone, dirty limestone. The hot water loves to do stuff to the limestone. So I don't know if this is what came up and this is just altered, or if this whole zone from here to down here is the fault vein system, and the quartz is just a little tiny stringer in the larger system of sulfide fluids that came up. It's interesting that Harry's getting a lot of galena in the altered stuff. So that kind of tells me that it wasn't just altering the host rock, it was actually part of the fluids that came up, because there's so much mineralization in what he's working up there. And it's in both the quartz and the altered stuff, or the oxidized stuff. Whereas here, I don't see any galena. None of my rocks are heavy. They're all rusty. There was a whole bunch of mineralization, but it may just be iron mineralization, and all the good stuff is up where Harry and Brent are working. What are you into up here?
I'm in this like transition spot on the footwall between that and the quartz. And it's got quartz and a bunch of that, same of that iron stuff you're just looking at now.
Uh-huh.
I was able to pop out a piece of the quartz. It's really, really hard, but I wanted to kind of crack it open Dan Hurd style and see what was in it. But
is it heavy like galena?
it's like, very heavy.
Is it? Oh, I can't.
Come on, just put your
I'm
hand
not strong enough to. Oh yeah, I can hold it. Yeah, that's a nice chunk. Cool.
So I'll keep
And that
working
came
there.
out of that hole there.
Yeah. So I've intruded into the vein there. You know, I got a place for this to go, and
Has your galena kind of run out in your
no
rusty pocket? It's still there,
it's
huh?
still there.
Huh.
It's still there.
Oh yeah, I can see it from here.
Yeah, it's still there.
Oh.
It's balled up right next to this that red fluffy stuff. Yeah, it's still there. There's kind of a chunk right there, but it seemed like it was just that ball.
Huh.
Let's see.
Yeah, it's just like nodules of galena in this red soft stuff.
Yeah, that's solid.
Man, look at that.
Little bag.
Harry's pocket's down there. I've got a big slab of quartz here that's going to come off.
One more galena.
I don't know what's going to happen here, Harry, but
Let's go ahead.
all right. Here it comes.
Got it.
You got it?
Thank you, steel toe.
I don't know if there's anything.
Chalky light.
Whack that big rock. Is there anything in that, or is it just? I mean, it's quartz in the vein, so we should save it. But
Yeah, it's all good. fracture on the red. There's some red purple. There's some mineralization. And then in the cracks, that looks like some mica maybe.
Okay.
No, you know, it's just crystal.
Crystal faces. What's like
Pyrite.
this stuff? Yeah, see, it's weird. There's a massive galena pocket right underneath this,
Yeah.
and you're not seeing any galena in that.
There
A
must be
little bit.
Yeah. See, that was oriented. Yeah, I lost the orientation. That's all right. I think it was like this.
Mm-hmm.
It was like this. Galena is. That makes sense, right?
On the bottom.
On the bottom, right
where
next
your
to where
pocket
it was.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same on this rock right there. This will fit in the jaw crusher.
Oh yeah. Throw it in. Throw it in the crusher. All right, I'll go some more. I'm above Harry's galena pocket, just a foot. I'm into the quartz and I'm getting stuff that looks like this. And that looks, if this was a gold vein, that would look really, really good. I like that a lot. Here's a chunk I just pulled out. Nice galena. Massive galena in there. That's a good sign. And it's actually down there, kind of right where Harry's pocket is, a galena, so it must be getting close. As you get closer and closer to the galena pocket, the quartz is getting more colorful. Nice red stuff here. All right, we're getting distracted. After lunch, Harry's got a spot he likes. What do we got here, Harry?
It's just some calcium, calcite, whatever, but this little green portion of it, the metal detector really likes it.
We'll just dig some of that out and pan it.
Yeah. It's probably nothing, but it's most likely just mineralization, but it's going right to non-ferrous on the detector.
It's worth trying.
Yeah.
All right. Here, hold that for me. Or here, you want to dig some out where you...
Go ahead. Team effort.
Team effort.
Take all that green stuff right down that line there.
Oh, I can't see what I'm doing. Oh, yeah, kind of reds and greens. Oh, that's pointed.
Yeah, like a piece of quartz in there. Okay, I'll get pouring that.
All right, here we're gonna take a look. See what we got. And nothing. Nope, I don't see anything in there. But that's okay. I mean, it's really easy to test. It's a quick test. And if there is gold in it, you know right away. So I don't mind doing these test pans. That's how Chad and Harry and I found that super rich pocket we metal detected in the desert last fall. So it's always good to test all kinds of stuff when you're out here. We're going after our, what do you call it, galena pocket?
Yeah, I guess it's a galena pocket.
I've got all the quartz bashed out of there. Got it in bags, so we'll test that later. But we're just getting cleaned up from that adventure. Now Harry's galena pocket right there is what we're after next.
Tarp thing over there?
Yeah, somewhere. All right, I think we got another galena nodule here. What do you think, Harry? Does that feel good?
Let's see.
Feel good to you?
I'll use this
Okay.
steel. It's not as solid as it was before, but it's kind of shot through it.
Oh, it's like laced through it now.
Yeah.
Yes, that's pretty.
Here, there you go. Solid chunk.
Galena veins, veinlets. You got a special bag for this stuff?
I didn't create one yet.
Okay.
Hey Brent, this crowbar
Yeah.
used to be a drill steel.
Here's what we're working with. It's like galena veins through this brown stuff. Ooh, that's gonna be a good one. Get that piece out of there. Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's Still continues.
Yeah, it's like a whole vein of galena.
That's gorgeous.
Here's the kind of stuff we're pulling out of our little galena pocket. But it's just all laced through this rusty. Oh, almost lost it. And it's gone.
How's that go again?
Yeah. Can you repeat that sound, please? But yeah, look, it's just laced with galena. It's really, really pretty. That'd be really cool to slab this one.
I hope it survives.
Put in the crusher. But yeah, we're getting, I mean,
It's very buggy.
you just
It's
pull
got
it out.
bugs.
Yeah, nice stuff.
Quartz running all over the place. It's almost like a eddy current happened here.
And
It's not how it works, but you know,
it all just kind of got,
it just kind of got stuck here.
yeah.
Brent just plucked this out from underneath.
Beautiful piece.
It's really awesome.
I don't know. We get
Mine is starting to dwindle. I think we're maybe out of it, but we'll keep chasing it here.
yeah,
Still
that's
getting
good.
bits.
Here comes another, what we think is a really good piece. Oh, it goes to the left too, huh?
Yeah, it goes to the left.
Here, want your pry bar? Oh, he's getting. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're out of it there. We're in it right there.
Uh-huh. The whole vein led across there. This stuff runs.
Yeah. Congratulations, you have a lead mine. Lead and zinc.
What do you think?
Yeah, well, half the fun is what we're doing right now.
Oh, this is 95% of the fun.
You got movement.
Here we go. This is what we're waiting for.
Brent has this really cool drill steel that's been turned into a crowbar. And it is extremely handy here.
Oh yeah.
It's not as much as I thought.
Oh.
That was
Oh. Little pieces.
yeah, little pieces. More veinlets.
Is there quartz mixed in there? Is it in the quartz?
It looks like it. It's all mixed together. Quartz.
And red rusty stuff. There you go. Yeah, it's no longer like nodules.
No, there's a one right here. No, I just broke.
Oh yeah. Watch Harry's channel for the up close. Let me go see what he's doing up here. So this is a little accessory quartz vein up here.
Yeah. And I wonder if that's even what he was going for, because it seems that they took out a decent amount of something.
Yep.
And I look at the pillar, and there's a little bit of quartz there, right?
Yes.
And so maybe that's what they were going for.
That looks more interesting to me than
That stuff, yeah.
And it would be right in here, huh?
Yeah. So I might even be going for the wrong stuff. But I mean, I could try to get some of this stuff out. We'll see. Not collapse it on ourselves, but
Yeah. Anything in there? Yeah, I don't know. Looks like the quartz down below, kind of. But it does, when you compare it to this,
more going on.
yeah, there's definitely more mineralization in here than in here.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Yeah, no, I mean, we're here. Let's get a couple bags.
And then this stuff too, you know, there's more quartz up there. That's got a little bit more going on.
Yeah, brown.
Whatever. Take it and
Take it. We got a nice wall to
get that
just slab it
going on.
off.
Yeah.
See if this works. Watch how easy this is. Oh yeah. See how easy mining is?
Easy.
I'm going to break the quartz off of that guy right there.
Oh yeah, that'd be an easy one
That'd
too.
be easy. Yeah, here. Yeah, I mean that, you know. Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Why not?
Put it in the bag.
Put it in the bag, crush it up.
Crush it up.
I mean, this is easy enough to get, so it's why not?
Yep. Yeah. Throw it in the crusher.
Put it on the chute.
That is kind of fun.
Yeah, it is.
I like that. We're up here in this pit up top. Here he's working on metal detecting. But Brent and I are chasing this quartz vein along here, and I'm over on the edge of the pit. And this is looking a lot better over here. It's all red and rusty and oxidized. Like it had some mineralization in it. So I don't know if this exposed stuff has just been weathered and not as, you know, it's kind of leached out. The stuff that I'm getting with the crowbar is pretty good. There's a little pile there. Harry's burying it. We'll send it down the chute and put it in the crusher. I've been working down in this hole, which for reference is, that's the pillar we were working on most of the day. And I came up and there's some quartz in here that I think is running, I thought was running this way, but now I'm kind of thinking it's running this way. I don't know, it's hard to tell. I got a bunch of rusty rock. Crush it, right, Brent?
Crush it up.
Crush it up. We were talking about, hey, we see stuff that looks like black mold that is galena in the quartz, and I looked over here on this piece of limestone, and all those black spots are pure galena lenses. Yeah, well, yeah, dude, that's great.
Incredible.
Crush it, find out.
Crush it all.
Yeah, crush it all.
I've never seen it like this. I've only seen it, you know, like in the mine. So to see it like, this almost looks like it's just been on the surface for a while.
Yeah.
Because it's oxidized. Wow. Man,
Well,
get all this.
I wonder where that rock came from.
Right.
Like if it came from up there, right? If it just slabbed off that hole, that
I think I got you. Here, take that.
you got. See some?
No way that's galena.
Oh, that band right there.
That'd be nice.
Ooh, what does Harry see over here?
No way.
Oh, that looks like galena. Yeah.
It's a solid band. Holy shnikes.
All right, reorient.
Look how purple that is.
Yeah.
For reference, this is silver. Look how bluish purple that is.
Man, we should have just been going after
I know.
these stringers the whole time.
Yeah.
Now we gotta sample something else.
No, we got a lot of samples.
I wonder if we can find it over in this hole. That's why this trench is here, Brent.
Oh, right.
Is
Because they're going after that.
Going after this galena.
Well, we just realized a couple of things. So this stuff.
You missed the excitement, but I chipped it. And it's just a solid 1/2 inch, 3/8 inch band of galena, just solid.
It runs from there up
Just
here,
goes.
along over there,
Let's see if I can do this.
everywhere.
Solid hole. Hold on, camera.
Seam.
Just be patient. They got to see this,
And
but
This is what it looks like when 3 YouTubers all try and
galena.
do
Yeah,
the same
both
thing at once. Take turns. Everyone take turns.
take turns.
I wonder how like far back this goes. 'Cause this is like a lot of galena. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's a slab. Like if
Slab it.
we knock this off, you can
Yeah.
have a whole sheet of galena.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Sheets of galena. All right, let's do it. But it'd be a really cool piece if we can get it all in one slab.
Right. Just more of that black mold stuff.
Okay, ready? Are we rolling? Everybody got a camera who wants to see? You catch it, Harry, because it's just a beautiful slab. You'll just pull it right out of there.
All right, here we go. Go ahead. Here's one piece.
Just keep. Okay, watch out for this rock.
Hold on there, hold there.
Right.
Give me a little more.
Oh,
Wow.
nice.
There you go, bud. Crazy. That's so heavy.
I bet.
So heavy. Look at it. It's like a slab of galena. I've never seen it like that.
What else is going on down here? Ready?
Yeah, go ahead. That's massive.
Yeah, it is.
A couple more
I'm gonna
pieces
dump
that are.
this here.
Can you hold it? Or-
Yeah, I'll hold this piece. You
Okay.
can drop the rest of this.
Yeah.
Now we know there's an open pit there.
Yeah, pull that off.
I don't know what that is.
No, yeah. Get that piece.
Big old slab. Look at
Yeah.
that.
One here too.
It makes that lead noise when you drop it. This is one giant slab of galena.
Here it comes. Watch your toes. Don't watch that root too. It'll hand root.
And it's gone.
And then yeah, this whole sheet right here.
Yeah.
Is it loose? Oh, it's
It's loose.
Yeah, let's get Brent up here. You can harvest his own galena here.
Cause should I start way over here? 'Cause I feel like there's,
Yeah, I think
I think there's
it's
some right there.
I think it's ooh.
Look at the size of that thing.
It's very fragile.
It's so heavy.
Oh, it gets thicker back here.
That's a good problem.
Yeah.
That's good.
Oh,
Look at the size of that
slab's
thing.
gonna go.
Yes.
Oh, it's
Oh,
fractured.
it cracked.
Oh, here maybe can you like
soft.
dot it here? Or, I don't know. Do we care? Is it just gonna get melted down anyway?
I don't know.
Nah, it's just fractured.
Oh.
Well,
Brittle. That's
Yeah,
what it does.
Maybe come over here and
No, he's
just
committed now.
go.
that piece is a good piece.
Whoa.
Take a bite out of that.
Oh man, that is amazing.
Don't lick that rock.
Yeah, look at that. Wow. Now, that piece is real nice too.
Let me readjust this thing. That's weird. It did this weird
Here, hold on, let me help.
transition.
You want to do that? Jeez, look, it's getting bigger.
Yeah. That could keep going too.
Yeah, let's get that. The rest of that rock out of it.
All right. Well, should we get?
Yeah, we can
I'll
pull
get this.
pull here.
We get this out of here.
I really hope this has got like pounds of silver in it.
That weighs like a pound.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so dense. Well, we opened that seam up as much as we could. We had to leave a little bit here on the right just because it's so hard. We got a bag full of galena. This little tiny bag probably weighs 30 pounds, so jeez. Yeah, I think that's just direct smelt.
Yeah.
No reason to concentrate that. It's already done. All right, we're finishing up for the day. We got bags, we got rocks, we got to bucket up. Brent drove as close as he could make it. So we'll get all this stuff in the truck, and next stop is Harry's Mill. There we go. Some of that pointing. We're all smiling. We're all looking. Well, we're down here doing kind of a final walkthrough in the lower dump, seeing what we can see. I'm going to try and not fall to my death here. But I'm going to end this video here. This is part 1. Part 2 is we're going to take it over to Harry's Mill and process this stuff and see what we can get. So stay tuned for that. All right, a little change of plans. We're letting it do its thing. Pour it here shortly. Be sure to subscribe and be sure to check out Mine Operator and Ghost Town Living. I'll leave a link in the description below. Thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you in the next video.